Three Men with Beards, brought to you by Raspberry Tea.
Tony Custard.
Prairie, Meadows Church.
And get jiggy with it.
Welcome.
To episode 10 of Three Men with Beards.
I think we've made it.
This is it. We have gone as far as we can. This is the plateau.
It's supposed to mean you're in the big time.
We're the big times.
Well, I guess 100 for the big times, but
Hey,
maybe the little big times.
the little big, the minor leagues, the double A ball. What you want? What you want from me?
AAA?
We could talk about a new area we've moved in the church.
We're at an undisclosed location.
Yeah. But we're still at YouTube. We're still at Spotify.
Yes.
We're still at
Apple Podcasts.
Apple Podcasts. So, like, subscribe, notification bell, 5-star review, whatever Spotify does, because we still never looked. And
Facebook. Like us on Facebook.
Facebook.
And find our fan page and like that too.
yeah,
It's better.
It's bad. Oh, okay.
Oh, I need to go check it out again.
I need to be invited. I don't even know if I'm on it.
I was invited the other day. I declined.
So, I mean, I have no frame of reference here.
Before we go any farther, I have a sincere apology to make to one Mr. Tony Custer. Even though I don't... I know you watch all these episodes, Tony. But last episode, this has got really loud, Steve.
I like it.
You were too quiet.
Apologies are important.
My last episode, when I was talking about the professor that shot the squirrel, Steve made the comment, Tony Custer, and I said, he's no professor. Well, this week, since the shooting of the last podcast, he announced on Facebook that he has been invited to teach at my alma mater. And so he is Professor Tony Custer, going to be teaching accounting.
Isn't that the craziest thing? Now,
It's like we're prophets.
it's
Yes.
there. Hey, we speak it into existence.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we throw it out there. The Lord handles it. Just
So you're
Here we
welcome,
go.
Tony.
yeah.
We're
So
doing that about Jacob.
somewhere in this building, there's a suitcase full of money. Just throwing it out there.
In the wall.
Well, there's some suitcases over there. I'll be right back.
Yeah, we gotta check it out.
We did find some baseball cards and football cards that could be worth money.
I'm wondering if they are.
Hey, Derek Thomas, Emmett Smith, Nolan Rye, all played tennis.
I still like the mascot card we saw.
Yeah, that's nice.
It was
The
pretty
Phillies
cool.
mascot.
Yeah,
So,
pretty groovy. So, how's y'all weeks been?
It's been good.
Yeah,
Good.
tiring. I'm ready for my kids to go back to school so I can go back to work
Yeah.
because that's less tiring than being at home with my kids.
Being with somebody else's kids.
Yes.
I love it.
My eye about exploded on Friday. It was awesome.
Yes.
Have you ever
I
had
am-
a sty?
No.
Well, I will. Okay, so I don't know what it is about me that makes people that I meet in life lose all professionalism. And I will bleep basically what this woman said. So I go to the doctor because my eye is just hurting and inflamed. And it's not really my eyeball. It was like the right here. It's just, you still kind of see it. You know?
Yeah.
It was puffy.
Yeah, and so I go in there, and I had done like the FaceTime the day before, and been like, my eye hurts. Can you guys do something for me? And they're like, just put a hot compress on there 6 or 8 times a day for 15 minutes, and it should release, and you should be fine. And I'm like, well, okay, but my pain tolerance is, it's up there. I can handle some pain. And I wouldn't be calling you if this wasn't like a big deal for me. And so the next morning I wake up and it's like way worse, crazy swollen. I was starting to get like blurry vision because my lower eyelid was so swollen up and everything. And so I send her a message through the portal thing and internet, whatever. And she calls me right back and was like, wow, that looks pretty bad. You should come in because I need to know if it's a sty or if it's some sort of ocular blah, 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 whatever medical term. And I'm like, all right. So I show up there and she walks in and the expletive that flew out of her mouth when she walked in was, like, holy beep. Yeah, that looks horrible. And I'm like, do you talk to all your patients like this? So I guess I just make people super comfortable when they see me or something because I'm like, do I complain? I don't know what to do.
You bring it out.
Yeah. So
Is it the tattoos, maybe?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe because I was lounging in there, I found like a little spot to lounge instead of just like sitting on the table, like,
Right.
egg salmon. I was just like chilling, had my feet up on a chair,
Nice.
So maybe that's why, I don't know. But yeah, it was pretty painful, and she gave me some eye drops, and I'm getting back to normal. So
Nice.
yeah, when it popped, it was gross.
So,
Yeah.
how come when I'm sitting over here saying, what are we going to talk about today? Einstein never came up.
That's nasty.
So, I mean, sometimes I gotta surprise you guys with life. I don't know.
Like Jacob surprised me by sharing his raspberry tea.
Right?
We changed it up. It's raspberry this
Yeah.
week, my friends.
It's not good.
Oh, it's fantastic. Don't let him lie to you.
It's not. I taste absolutely, positively nothing resembling tea in there.
It's awesome.
I don't think.
But you don't like
Look at
sweet
the
tea.
ingredients.
Sugar,
I don't think
number
tea's
one
in it.
ingredient.
Is tea in there?
I mean, you gotta be able to taste the tea.
No,
Yes.
you can't. It's like tea coloring.
Tea's in here.
It is. See?
Like ingredient
What's the
10.
number one ingredient?
Sugar.
Water.
Okay.
Water.
And then corn syrup.
Oh,
That's
there you
sugar.
go.
And then sugar.
Yeah. So it's corn syrup and sugar.
And then acid. And then tea.
Yeah.
It's that acid I'm tasting. Wait, so we still haven't got to raspberry yet?
It's raspberry.
Raspberry should be number 2. Water, raspberry, tea, or maybe tea, raspberry.
Doesn't actually say there's raspberry in here.
Does it say raspberry flavor,
No.
like on the
There's-
front?
There's natural flavors. Yeah, it says flavored.
Yep, there you go. That is red dye number 73.
And it's fantastic. This week's podcast is sponsored by Red Dye 73.
So basically, this is made with water, 1 tea leaf for coloring, and artificial.
Red Dye 73. Like it. Written in. Ooh. We got a whiteboard for those who are listening on the podcast.
Random quotations.
Yes.
Did it just get really dark out? That's weird. Sorry. ADD.
This is going to be fun.
I was told by our insurance adjuster when they were giving us a quote that it would take a direct hit from a large tornado to level the building. Like, this is a very solid building. Everything's brick and cement.
That's good.
So when the tornadoes come, we're all supposed to gather here then.
Yeah.
Correct. Except for
not
those
a
who
bad
are
plan.
listening.
Yeah, you're not welcome.
Members only.
You got to wear the jacket to get in the doors.
Wait a minute. I'm not a member yet.
That's my bad. It's all on me.
Touchy subject.
There it is.
Oh, man.
You're basically
So we
formalities.
We have invited Keegan back.
He's not a member. We would let him die outside our door. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Well, there goes his.
I have a disaster management degree, so I'll probably survive better.
I am kidding, of course. We'll let everyone come and live in our
Something
church.
happened to him. He got the peach tea and
Will you calm down over here?
Don't touch stuff. We're low budget.
Yes.
Goodness. We invite you back and you take full advantage.
Yeah.
You should see the spike that created on the monitor here.
No, you
I can
should.
hear the spike.
In punishment, you should make him drink some of this raspberry tea.
I like
Yeah.
raspberry tea.
You wouldn't like that.
He said he's visited
I've visited Cookie.
Turkey Hill. if you're listening.
They do like tours or whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
they make
like
dairy.
Lewisburg,
Yeah.
cider mill. We're just giving everybody out the free publicity.
Well, the main product's like dairy stuff.
Are they near here?
No, it's in Pennsylvania.
Oh. Pennsylvania.
We're going to do it on location.
I got a Pennsylvania license plate the other day.
I am not going to Pennsylvania with you.
I collect license plates.
Why?
Why?
Do you not like us?
I like some of you.
You know, Hershey's.
Why you look at him?
Yeah, not me. I'm not even a member.
That's
I like some of you.
That's it. Call Cassandra. We'll do it right now on video.
Well, her name is not Cassandra. It's Sandra.
Cassandra. I am so sorry, Cassie.
Yeah. Just go with that.
I just call her
Yeah,
Cassie.
Cassie. Don't watch this episode.
Or just like, since she's so sensitive about it, just be like, Cassie. Because it's not Cassandra. Or it is Cassandra. It's not Cassandra, but it's Cassie. So,
Cassie.
Cassie.
You did say she doesn't listen, so we're
No,
good.
she started though. She started.
Yeah,
That's the
she's
Oh, I
first
did
one.
see that. I did see that she started and
the
was binging
one,
it.
the one podcast that I call her out on, she listens to.
This morning at church, it was, "Hi, you must be Keegan." Yeah. How many times have they talked about me on the podcast? Because I started listening to it.
Not much.
Never.
This is we're gonna edit this out.
It's gonna be a long edit. Just like
I was listening.
2-3 minutes of just beep,
Well, it was
which
funny.
is the sound of my heart monitor when I get home.
I sincerely apologize, Cassie, for getting your name wrong.
The funny thing is that last episode we were listening to it, and at the very beginning we started talking about a restaurant, and we were like, maybe we should bleep this out, but it never got bleeped out.
No,
No, because I mentioned it again and said, bring it on.
there was too much. There was too many bleeps on the last one.
Yeah, bring it on with your junk tacos.
Yeah.
Junk
So-
tacos.
A squirrel update. I did shoot another one.
I'm proud of you.
And then I am surprised it came back. But I hit it hip, leg area.
Okay.
And I was like,
You made it disabled.
it was disabled. It drugged the leg as it ran across the yard. And then I see it later, and it's got its legs just like hanging, like he can't use it anymore. But he keeps coming back and eating my tomatoes. All my Rutgers tomatoes are gone.
You did say
All of
that, what was it, you had a day off,
Yeah,
and that you were going to get up in the morning
yeah,
and just put your camo on and just go squirrel hunting.
yeah.
That's
That's how I hit the one.
Is it just the one you hit?
Yeah, because then they all ran off and didn't come back the rest of the day.
So I had this idea for a T-shirt. We'll need to get an artist, but it was a picture of a squirrel with just half a face.
Just men with beards.
half a face and like
Yeah,
just
it's the eye dangling maybe.
Oh, I know you can get to draw it. We work with her, Shara.
Yeah,
there we go. I'm down.
Draw?
yeah. I'll talk to Kayla and see how.
I doubt she'd want to draw that, but
Oh, she was watching the sermon this morning, so maybe.
Yeah. So the horrible thing is that I have worn out my BB gun. It does not shoot anymore.
So you might need the airsoft gun.
it's all those.
I might need the
pumps.
airsoft gun, but I'm thinking I might go with high-powered pellet.
Or the blow darts.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to build a little, like, stand and put bait on it. I hear they like corn. So I'm thinking an ear of corn, a little stand, and then I've got a pedestal to just pick them off.
Sounds like the setup.
You got to start not necessarily posting pictures of the squirrels, but you in a camoed out.
You need to start collecting their tails.
Make a hat.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty cool.
Put a little markup on the board.
Oh, yeah. All right, we're going to take a break, and we will be back. Prairie Meadows Church.
Yes, Three Men with Beards is brought to you proudly by Prairie Meadows Church. Prairie Meadows Church is located in suburban Bonner Springs, beautiful suburban Bonner Springs, a suburb of Kansas City. And I said it last time, Kansas City, one of the best cities in America. We are located at 426 Emerson Avenue, Bonner Springs, Kansas, 66012. We have services every Sunday at 10:30 a.m. You can find our services streamed to Facebook Live at Prairie Meadows Church on Facebook Live. Just search it out. And you see our lovely faces. You can come see us next Sunday.
Yeah. I might show up at like 10:45, but we'll be here.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We're not judging. Jacob will be up in the sound booth, though, so you have to look high.
You have to wave at me.
But yeah, Prairie Meadows Church. We would love to see you sometime.
Yeah. It'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
We had quite a crowd today.
Yeah.
It was a good crowd.
Who was the family in the back, the masked family that took up a whole pew?
They,
I get worried about talking to people when they're wearing masks. I'm like,
yeah.
I won't even recognize you. You see you again.
They've come before. That's JR and his family.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Well, welcome JR and his family.
Yes, it was a pleasure having you today. But yeah, we would love to see you next Sunday, Prairie Meadows Church.
It'd be pretty cool.
Maybe we become members.
Yes.
Yeah. And the urinal is fixed in the men's restroom, so we're all good to go there.
That is awesome. Good to know. The more you know.
All right, Prairie Meadows Church.
Yes. And we're back
Yes.
for segment 2 of episode, what was it again?
10.
Episode 10.
The pinnacle.
Yup. So don't forget to hop on over there to the YouTube subscribe button and click, and then hit that notification bell, and then hit personalize, and that'll tell you when we upload stuff.
There it is.
The more you know.
It's really handy.
Yeah. And then like on the iTunes or the Apple Podcast thing, if you hit subscribe, and then if you scroll down when you're listening, there's a 5 stars. Hit the 5th one, and then that's a good thing. And then on Spotify, we don't still know.
I didn't find anything on
I
Spotify.
have no idea.
I think it's like 5 skulls.
Oh, I've been looking on Spotify. I ain't seen anything.
They don't like you to rate people.
Well, that's lame. But
We like to be judged.
listen on there anyways.
Go on the Facebooks.
Yep.
The Facebooks.
All that
Speaking of the
stuff.
Facebooks, yesterday we were on the Facebooks, and Jacob posted a picture of himself at the zoo, and we were like, what in the world are you doing at the zoo, Jacob?
Hey, so it all started. For one, we were at the church last week cleaning and stuff like that, and we got a picture. They were taking pictures, and there was a picture of me. Luckily, I'm not tagged in it, so let's just keep that not tagged. But I did not feel very good about myself. I had let myself go.
I think I know the one you're talking
Yes.
about.
Yeah, you saw it, right?
Yeah.
You're like, wow.
Jacob found a basketball.
So, for one, I need to get out more and be more active. And but it all started then. But then we started talking, me and Keegan was talking at a morning program with our buddy Tyler. And we talked about the zoo. And Tyler is convinced that the zoo is a fraud.
A fraud?
A fraud. And because of that, we're like, okay, we're going. So his reasons why is because when you go there, no animals are out. Barely any.
Yeah,
Where are these animals?
that's my main complaint.
Are you just advertising these animals and then never showing us? They're not really here. Or they're robots.
They might be robots. I'm thinking they're real animals, but they're just like, we don't want to see you, so they hide. And they didn't make the enclosures in such a way that you can see them.
Except they did one. And I have vindication. Because Jacob this time went to the zoo, the Kansas City Zoo.
We talked about this on a podcast.
Yeah.
And went to Australia.
Oh, you actually went into the Australia section.
And what did you see in the Australian section, Jacob?
Kangaroos. Not only did we see kangaroos, I could have ran up on a kangaroo. There's no fences.
Told you, they're free roaming kangaroos.
Why?
I thought if they kicked you in the gut, they could disembowel you. Why would they let them run around?
This is a lawsuit waiting to happen.
I'm thinking, yeah.
Especially with
Is the
those
polar
kids.
bear still there?
Supposedly.
We never saw it.
We did not see it.
The reason I'm asking is because I want to say I saw an article not too long ago that it had passed away. So I didn't know if they had gotten a new one or if I'm mistaken on
Really?
my recollection. Because it used to just walk back and forth in there. And then just, sometimes it'd swim a little
Go in
bit.
the water.
Yeah.
They got rid of that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm remembering? I remember there was something in the news.
They brought a female
Yeah.
polar bear and mated him with her.
Okay.
And she got pregnant and they shipped him off because I guess polar bear dads like to kill cubs.
Oh, okay.
Last year, two polar bears died.
At the Kansas City Zoo?
Yeah,
No.
2 polar bears have died.
Not last
So we
not in
don't
one
have
year.
no polar bears.
I don't know.
We have polar bears.
'Cause
I don't know. That's why I was curious because
Because there's
I
a
couldn't
bunch-
remember what I saw, but I remember seeing something.
You would think there would be a sign or something there
Yeah.
that says, hey, we don't have polar bears right now. So
Right.
we killed them.
Were you there early enough to see the penguin march?
We were there when they were feeding them,
Right on.
which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And which I'm convinced that's the only thing Tyler believes in.
The penguins.
Was
See,
it
that's the
you?
one thing I would think was a robot.
But and we sat there and watched them the whole time, like for a while.
Oh, yeah.
And he was mesmerized by these penguins.
he was mesmerized by the penguins and by
But-
some of the comments that people were making. Were like, can penguins fly?
No,
Do they have those things clipped so they can't fly?
they can fly in the water.
They're pretty good swimmers.
Yeah.
Gotta stay away from the killer
So
whales.
he thinks they're fake animals?
They're fake animals. And
Tyler,
it was-
you're fake news.
but then we seen like the tortoise, which helped out his argument very well because it walked like a robot.
Right. Yeah.
But and we went by the cheetah, and I'm convinced the cheetah could jump out of that enclosure.
Yeah. Did you actually see the cheetah?
No.
No.
See, I think one time I saw a cheetah ear because they got the hill and they hang out back there. And I think once I saw one walking and I saw its ear flicker just barely above the grass. And that's the only time I've ever seen a cheetah there.
That's because you have to take that little cart ride.
Yeah, they want to
What
charge
is
you
it?
for the cart ride, which is not included with the entry fee. Yeah.
But we got a lot of flack going to the zoo. Can grown-ups not go to the zoo by themselves? Is that not a thing?
You can go by yourself if you're on a date.
On a date? Or just
Not the one couple that was there.
Otherwise, it's weird.
Was it you?
it was me, Keegan, and Tyler.
So 3 grown men.
3 grown men just hanging out at the zoo.
Once you hit the age of like 26, I'd say no more.
So then you're the only one.
I'm going to the zoo because I like the zoo.
All right.
Can you get Keegan and Tyler to call you daddy?
Yeah?
Can you
Okay.
find a female to go with you?
But Amber's available.
Nah.
I mean, just saying. I've taken dates to the zoo,
Yeah,
in
I
my
have
adult
too.
life, but
While we were there was a couple there that the female said the zoo was not a date.
I mean, she tore him up in public.
really,
Oh, yeah.
Ripped him a new one. He had a suit jacket on. And he had green hair just flowing. For one, it's like 85 degrees outside.
yeah.
What are you doing? And his girlfriend was obviously like a goth chick, pale. And she goes, why don't you ever take me on dates? And he goes, this is a date. No, it's not. I was like, oh, high maintenance.
Well,
No, that's when you go, why don't you find why don't you find a ride home? Because you're not going with me. That's something he drove.
yeah, that's ridiculous. I mean,
You know-
the zoo is a date.
You now live at the zoo. The prices they charged her for admission, you better believe the zoo's a date.
Yeah, and especially if you take her on the
$18?
on
$18.
the ski ride or whatever that thing is,
No.
The lift.
the ski lift.
There was a scam at our college that they would do for cheap dates. Now, that's going to sound bad, so just listen.
Oh, it's already going to.
But there's a place in Nashville called the Opryland Hotel, but it's more than a hotel. Okay, a hotel's a part of it, but it's a big...
It's
fancy, pretty. Like, they have a gondola ride you can ride through it and all that. And
it's a fancy mall.
yeah, it's a fancy mall. And, you know, at Christmas times, they have ice sculptures and lights, and it's all pretty, but it's free. And so all the upperclassmen at college would take the freshman girls, here, let's go on a date, take them to Opryland Hotel, and they'd be like, this is the most beautiful place in the world. Not realizing he did not spend a dime on you.
I mean, why does the exchange of money constitute a date or not?
I don't know, ask women.
My last college paid us to take people on dates. My last college made it a requirement that you had to take somebody on a date. Called it pick a date.
We
You
had
either picked them or it got picked for you, but you had to take somebody on a date and pay for it, and they pay you back.
What was the reasoning?
To encourage social life, which some of the people I were in charge of needed a lot of pick a dates.
We had at our college. What was it? They would sell dudes.
Yeah, they have the date auctions.
This is sounds a lot worse than the old Opryland Hotel there, AJ.
Date auction.
It's the date auction. That's when I remember being a part
Selling dudes at college. This sounds like...
I was a part of the date auction. And I sung Enrique Iglesias' Hero. Lip synced it. It was fantastic.
How much do you go for?
$50.
Not bad.
It's not bad.
That's not bad.
We had one fella, I won't say any names.
It's Tony Custer.
It wasn't Tony. It was not Tony Custer. But he got up there, and you know, he's not a bad-looking guy. But they started dating. No one bid on him, and so finally another guy, Nehemiah, is like, "I'll start the bidding." And went $5. Nehemiah won him for $5 because no one else bid. I'm like,
wow.
What's going on, man?
It is definitely a humbling experience for guys who think they're cooler than what they really are.
Yeah.
And a very exciting experience for people who don't think they're cool, like me.
I ask, which one were you?
The second.
I mean, $50, that's a good middle of the road bid, I guess. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what we get from all this rambling is Tyler's an idiot, doesn't believe in animals.
Amber's available.
Amber's available.
We do want to talk the fact that you scared Amber.
I did scare Amber. Amber's a coworker of ours on this half of the table. And I was working with her, and she was like, hey, can you laminate these sheets? And the sheets were like and it's on the top, it said how to make a ghost. And it was instructions for how to make ghosts out of like Legos or something. And then I was just reading how to make a ghost. And I went, step 1, murder. And she looked at me. It's like, Mr. AJ. I was like, what? That's true? How to make a ghost.
All the movies I've seen.
Yeah, you can't make a ghost unless someone dies. Sorry, Amber. Didn't mean to burst your bubble. Death is essential. Into making a ghost.
What is it? I saw something on Facebook the other day, and it said, you only live once is a lie. You live every day. You only die once. Man, that's fantastic.
It's not.
Man, stop hating on the raspberry tea, man.
I appreciate you sharing it with me.
Man, you keep on going back for seconds.
Because I have
Oh, okay.
They say doing something over and over again and expecting different results.
Well, Bruce, I'm not expecting different results. I know it's nasty.
This is wisdom. Extreme wisdom.
This is how we made it 10 episodes.
Wisdom? Or just going back for seconds?
Someone.
It's people going back for seconds on the podcast, hoping for it's going to get better, but it's really not.
Yeah, Kelly looks at me like, nah, it's this. And like, I don't understand why anyone likes it. But we have this one fan.
This is Christians acting a fool and having fun.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
Yeah, we're not all weird.
when I can go back and listen to myself and laugh, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
I agree.
Or just when you had a long work week.
Even though
Yeah.
Kelly did say after this morning service, we're shooting this on Sunday afternoon. So we had morning worship this morning. And Kelly's like, you were a little heavy on the Kelly references during the sermon, AJ.
Yeah, you have been
you were.
lately. You really have been, yeah.
And then the last episode,
Just throwing your whole family under the bus. It
the
was,
last episode,
it was glorious to watch.
the last episode, I was like, AJ, you kind of dogged Kelly a lot in the last episode of the podcast. And he goes, only our music taste.
And I did say, well, Steve actually stuck up for you, Kelly. Like, I can get behind some Air Supply.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a little.
Not a lot. I mean, if too much of it is too much of it, but
Like, more than 30 seconds.
yeah. So
But I love my wife.
y'all have to wear masks at the zoo?
Only in crowded areas and when you go inside places.
Right on.
And near the rhinoceroses.
Yes.
Near the rhinoceroses?
Yeah, they're big
They
horn.
did have a sign out there that said some animals that are close to extinction will not be available to see because they're in captivity, away from everybody during this time.
How do they know, though?
That they're almost extinct.
Yeah. How do they know?
The Discovery Channel.
I mean, here's the
Animal
thing.
Planet?
Here's the thing. They're like, Bigfoot doesn't exist, right? But they have fossilized records of them. It's called Gigantopithecus. And they're like, they're extinct. And I'm like, but people see them all the time.
Like the giant sloth.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
No.
How could you miss one of those? But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, how do they really know?
Well, they're just an educated guess. There's not as many of them as there used to be.
I mean, isn't that the same with everything?
Not humans.
Same with my tomatoes.
COVID's
See,
changing that.
You called Tyler stupid, but I think Steven's kind of agreeing with him. Like, hey,
Animals are fake.
I'm not saying animals are fake. I think they're real. I'm just saying when they are like, oh, they're almost extinct. I'm like, how do you know? It's no different when they're like, hey, we found a new moon around Jupiter and we think there could be life on it. I'm like, why? You've never found it anywhere else. Why would you think that?
Because something has to keep the funding coming in.
Right.
I
yeah.
love the fact when they're like, okay, we thought this animal was extinct, but it turns out
Yeah.
there's like 6 more.
Yeah. You should. I have
Bring him out, Zoo.
I have extensively watched YouTube videos of extinct animals caught on tape.
Yeah,
They found a woolly mammoth in like 1989.
shut up.
Yeah, walking across the river in Siberia. Just saying. And everybody's like, that's a bear carrying a fish in its mouth. And I'm like, no. It's a Google,
but
YouTube it. It's
my-
fantastic.
Don't do that.
Keegan! What did he do? He headbutted the Mac. Oh,
This is Keegan's last.
Man, yeah, you're fired.
but my dad is a big believer in like random things like that.
Yeah.
And he got me on the kick of like Bigfoot and Nessie. I am convinced that the
Have you
Loch
seen
Ness
the latest?
Monster-
Have you seen the latest video of it? Oh man, it's something.
There's something. You know how many things are under the water that we do not know about?
This was
Right.
not written anywhere on our path, people.
I mean, there's things. I'm convinced there's megalodon down there somewhere.
Something.
This is all unplanned, unscripted.
We have never seen the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were nuts.
We're not nuts. I'm not going down there.
So it sounds like you're agreeing with Steve now, who's agreeing with
I believe that animals exist.
We believe that animals exist.
I'm just not sure that all of them are extinct that they think are extinct.
I want you to go back, and
Bring him out, Kansas City
you're on his
Zoo.
side of it.
That's the end of the second segment.
We're going to take a quick break. BC Quality Image
Yes,
is our sponsor.
yes.
Take it away, AJ.
3 Minutes with Beer is also brought to you by BC Quality Image, the portrayer of fine merchandise such as this hat. 3 Minutes with Beer. Do you want a hat? BC Quality Image.
We've got mouse pads.
BC Quality Image.
We have T-shirts.
BC Quality Image. We have cups.
BC Quality Image.
And you can have a cup too, but not for 2 weeks.
Actually, it'll probably be a week when this comes out.
Yeah.
But
We have this T-shirt.
Yes.
oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, the awesome Jacob the Tiger t-shirt.
Have you taken that off since you received it?
Only to bathe.
That's how
So many
good the
fans
quality
love
of BC Quality Image is.
Yes, as I like to say, and
You'll never take it off.
he can put your ugly mug on anything.
It's good stuff.
But no, he makes high quality printing merchandise, 3 Men with Beards hats, which will be available for your purchase
That's some,
soon.
we have some ideas floating around in our heads, some other good products. Good
We're going to give
designs.
away some
We're going to give away some stuff, too, later
Yes.
on.
Yeah.
hats.
So how are we doing that? Comment?
Yeah, I think comment or
You gotta
subscribe
You gotta
to
like,
YouTube.
subscribe, and comment.
And share.
Does it have to comment
share.
so we know?
We said it at the same time, Keegan.
Yeah, we did.
Y'all owe each other a Coke.
Jeans.
Doing Mexican Coke.
The Mexican Coke.
Made with real sugar. That was processed by Mexican children.
If you don't think this is good,
So what are we giving? We're giving away a mug? Is that what we're doing? A couple of mugs, or what are we doing?
We can go to hats and shirt, mugs hopefully by the time that we give
But
them
yeah,
away.
BC Quality Image. Find him on Facebook, BC Quality Image. He is there for all your printing needs. BC Quality Image
That's true. All right. BC Quality Image.
on Facebook.
so we'll let this go, but I have a question for the viewers.
Well, now I want to know.
Oh, what's going to happen?
Wait, is he leaving us hanging?
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, welcome back to 3 Men with Beards and one guy without one. And another guy who sort of has one.
Okay.
That's too long to fit on a shirt.
It really is. It's a long name.
So I want people who are listening to go on our Facebook page, leave a comment, and let us know, is it okay for grown-ups to go to the zoo? I want to know what situations make it okay, things like that, because personally I'm thinking about getting a membership so I can walk more, just be walking more and things like that, for healthy reasons.
Don't you live in a fancy place? They don't have, like, places to walk? Why can't you go walk around the golf course?
Well, I could, but I don't like seeing that. I want to see animals when I walk.
I bet you see some squirrels. Just saying.
Comment.
Yeah, comment.
Let us know.
You can,
I think, maybe if you're going with a couple friends, that's all right. It's less weird. But if you just, show up by yourself,
I think
I don't know.
to be less weird, if one of them was a girl, is Tyler girly at least?
Honestly, I'm probably the most girly out of the three.
No, doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
I'm sorry if I offended a whole segment of people out there.
A segment of people.
Yes.
That's what we're all about, is offending people. Let's get into some Bible.
I was a little worried I wouldn't be allowed on the podcast today. Got my hair cut and my hairstylist trimmed my beard awfully short.
That's why you don't let hairstylists near your beard.
I don't think AJ has a choice, though.
I have a choice.
Do you?
Yeah, my wife likes. I would just let it grow and grow and grow. I always wanted a ZZ Top beard. Kelly's like, nah. No.
That's why I said, do you really have a choice? He's like,
And since
The
my
appearance of a
hairstylist
choice.
is friends with us, Kelly's like, trim his beard. Anyway, he'll be back out in a day or two.
You need to take that Nazarite vow.
But I like grapes.
All you eat is locusts and never cut any hair on your body.
That is not the vow. You don't cut your hair and you can't eat grapes.
Is that
Can't
it?
eat grapes?
Yeah, nothing that comes from the vine.
Oh.
Grapevine.
So can you eat tomatoes? That's technically not a vine.
I don't know. Always looking for loopholes.
Tomato wine.
Anyway, we're going to talk a little bit about the Bible today. This morning I preached in Psalm 34. My passage was brought to you from Psalm 34, verses 15 and 16.
Again.
Yes. Are you getting tired of Psalm 34?
No. I don't know. That was funny. You were like, yes, we're in Psalm 34 again. You guessed it.
The eyes of the Lord are toward the righteous, and his ears toward their cry. The face of the Lord is against those who do evil, to cut off the memory of them from the earth. And the main focus on this morning's lesson, sermon, was the fact that his eyes and his ears are towards the righteous. What does that mean? Well, it means, first I made the little joke, who are the righteous? Are they those Christians who are perfect all the time? Well, no, because I don't know about you, but I'm not perfect. I know he's not perfect.
Sometimes I am.
Sometimes isn't good enough, Keegan. But luckily for us, it's not our righteousness that we have to worry about. We are made righteous through the shed blood of Jesus Christ. And so if you accept him as Lord and Savior, you are made righteous. And here in Psalm 34, it says, the eyes of the Lord are toward the righteous, and his ears towards their cry. That means that God cares about you. We forget about that. There's one of the things going around during this pandemic, I think, unfortunately, there's a lot of Christians who seem to lose the fact that God cares about them and that he has a plan that will come out of all this. Yes, it's been a crazy time, but you got to trust in God. Yeah, he wants what's good for you. But we made the thing about what God wants and what's good for us isn't necessarily what we want. But his eyes are towards us. His ears hear our cry. You need to pray. Christians, you need to pray. That is how we grow in our relationship with God, is pray and read the Bible. It's a kid song. Read the Bible, pray every day. You'll grow, grow, grow. It's true.
Isn't it saying like without ceasing?
Yeah.
Like don't stop praying.
Pray without ceasing, the Bible says.
Bam.
1 Thessalonians.
But, I mean, there's a whole segment of Christians that outside of maybe before they eat, maybe before they go to sleep, they don't pray. And you can't tap into the power of God if you don't pray. His ears hears you. He wants to help you. You just got to pray. So that was the main gist. And then talked about how the face of the Lord is against the unrighteous, against the sinners. And talked about the fact that there is a judgment day coming. There's coming a time where this is all going to be over. And we're going to be judged not by our actions, not by our deeds, not by how good we are, not by how great a hair we have, but by whether or not we've accepted Jesus Christ as our personal Lord and Savior. If we have the righteousness of God upon us. God's face will be turned against those who do not, and God's face will be turned towards those who do. So, if you get nothing else, we have a lot of fun in this podcast, but one of the main reasons we do it is to let you know if you've never accepted Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, please do so now. He's worth it.
Yes.
Well, does anyone else have anything I want to say to that?
Well, it's a good example because, we joke about the fact that we're having fun and just shooting the breeze, but this is an outreach. We get people talking about, about us, things like that. People notice our swag or whatever we have or anything like that, but it automatically goes to the fact that we're serving God. and we're just trying to represent that the best way we can.
That's true.
Yes.
Well said.
Well, that and talking about it with others, like even the Church in the Dark, like not only is it a great outreach, but it shows like how Christ is in everything, and how we should live Christ in everything. And it's like I'd be talking with friends back at home, be like, "Oh, I'm helping with this podcast, so I'm doing a Church in the Dark episode," and they'd be like, "That's cool to see the church and like to see Christians actively engaging with each other outside of like, oh, this is just a church thing."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we're not all that weird. Or maybe we are, and it's cool.
Yeah. We're weird, but it's okay weird. We're not grown men going to the zoo by themselves weird.
Right.
Wait.
What? What?
Unfortunately, we come to the part of the podcast that, if you remember, I don't remember the episode. I did not go back and look
That may have
And
been
listen-
episode 1. I don't know.
through all the episodes, but in one of our previous episodes, and if you can find the episode and you can comment and timestamp when we talked about this, you can win one of the giveaways.
Because we don't know.
We don't know. No clue. We don't know. I'm not going to do the work.
We have too much going on.
Yes, but if you can find it, we talk about sushi in episode previous to episode 10. And me and Jacob talked about the fact that this is a lot of sushi.
No, it's not. That's one meal for one person.
So we talked about sushi, and we talked about, oh, we're going to bring sushi on the podcast sometime. I'm like, I didn't think anything would come of it, but here we are. Our main man behind the camera, Bruce, brought us in some sushi.
It's being brought up, so time
Right.
to set it to bed.
It's time to set it to, what is this stuff?
Let's see the lid. What we got there?
Ooh.
That's a combo. That is Tiger, Tempura, Cali Crunch, and Dragon Roll.
I assume this is the dragon roll
Why do you assume that, man?
because it looks like it's.
So,
a
okay, so
dragon
what's
roll.
this one over here? Is this California roll?
Yeah, that's a California.
So you guys are going to have to try that first.
This is a classic
This-
shrimp roll.
This is the California.
What? That looks like...
That's a rainbow roll.
That's the rainbow roll.
Yeah.
So that's
The classic shrimp is pretty much California.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
think-
So I would say you guys should start with this because this is what most people, when they first try it, are going to have something similar to that.
keeping.
And then you're getting
back.
progressively more,
Okay.
sushi, professional sushi.
So what's the deal here? Are we gonna
Yeah,
try
how do we do
one
this?
of each?
So here's the deal. So the way I like to do it is with these, crack open the soy sauce, pour a little on a piece of the roll, and then eat.
Okay.
What do
You got some napkins?
Oh,
Oh, it's soy sauce.
we got more
Oh.
soy sauce.
Soy sauce.
And we got some wasabi, which I don't know about that. I've seen some things on the tube.
Oh, they have come. They have come ready, crack-a-lacking.
Here's your plate.
And I mean, technically, it's better with chopsticks, but we can pass forks down to make it easier on everybody.
All right. I'm sorry for you audio-only listeners.
I'm not, because we have trash cans. Just in case.
Okay, I got one on my plate.
All right.
Pass it down to Steve, and we'll pass that. I am intrigued by this.
Here we go. Oh, wait a minute. You got to get a little bit of
Mainly
this
because
green
I don't
stuff.
know exactly what is it. What is this? What is that, salmon?
But I think the green stuff is frozen. So
What is the green
Uh-oh.
stuff?
That's wasabi. So
There's
I'm gonna go-
wasabi down here.
Yeah. There's a tube.
Yeah, Bruce and Renee hooked us up.
I'm just going to use my hands.
And she just said she wanted whatever was left of the
This. right?
shrimp roll. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you only get one piece?
I have no nails to get this open.
Uh-oh.
There we go. All right. So
Some soy sauce.
A little bit of that.
All right. I got you. A little bit of this.
A little of that will go a long way.
Oh, yeah. And then what I do is I get a little bit of it, about like that much, and put it,
Yeah, I'm not using wasabi. I've had it.
put it directly on top there. And then if you have little cups, you just dip, in the soy sauce.
Yeah.
But
The
in this
reason why you
situation,
cook
I
that
just
up.
pour some right on it.
Right on there.
Yeah.
Not for the shrimp roll. I've had shrimp rolls before.
Like that.
I mean, as much as you think you want.
I do know what soy sauce tastes like.
We got napkins.
Yes.
Worst thing I've ever done with soy sauce is, the game What Are the Odds?
No.
So the game, you challenge somebody to do something stupid,
Oh, Steve already ate.
and you ask them what are the odds between 1, and they can pick the other number. So say 1 to 10. Like if the numbers add up, then you get stuck doing that odd, or whatever you challenge. If it's the same number, they do it. And we filled up a cup of soy sauce that my cross-country team did. And I challenged somebody to it, and I lost it.
That's good.
It was good.
It's real good.
All right. Here we
You've
go.
had it before, though, right?
I eat this all the time.
Here we go.
Nope.
What do you think, AJ? Is it better than the raspberry tea?
Yep.
Nope.
And that's the tame one.
That's the tame one.
Nothing about what I just put in my mouth was good.
The rice.
Really? You didn't like it at all? What are you thinking, Keegan? Pretty good.
Oh,
That shrimp is cooked, I believe. Does it have crab on it too on the California roll?
I think so. Probably imitation crab.
Yeah.
I'll put the ingredients off.
So yeah, they cook it.
It's over there.
I think they bread it and then fry it or whatever, and then they put it in there.
To be honest, it wasn't awful.
All right. So what are we gonna eat now?
Oh, let's see here. What do we got?
I do need some tea, though. Wash that bad boy down.
We have
I would
Tiger,
say
Tempura, Cali Crunch, and Dragon Roll.
I'm gonna go with one of these,
Is that the dragon roll?
which this has little bitty fish eggs on it.
Is that calamari?
No, I think they call it like nigiri or something.
Oh, it's in my teeth.
Are we trying them all? Should we just put one each now?
I've had
I mean, yeah, if you want, we can.
I've
do that
had all
too.
those. I'm doing it.
You're not eating none of that, are you?
Why?
It just doesn't sit well with me.
What about this, the rainbow one?
I haven't had the rainbow one, but I'm not. I might like the dragon roll.
Is that what this is?
I think so.
So Steve is like jumping ahead. He's like, dinner. How was
All right. So I'm not.
That's kind of my
gonna give
favorite
one
thing of all
these.
time.
it? You're not?
No, I'm not.
You're not gonna like them.
But I am going to try this
That's the one I just had. It's really good.
because I'm intrigued.
I think this is the dragon roll.
You should try that crunchy one too.
Whatever that is, it tastes good.
That second one down from the end.
This one?
Yeah, I think that's crunchy. It's got tempura on it.
What's tempura?
I think it's like breading. Like those
Like
little noodly things you get with like egg drop soup.
AJ didn't like that one.
Basically that. Which one did
was
you do?
that? The one I have in my.
It's wonderful.
You better pass him the soy sauce down there. You might need that.
Oh,
No,
they got.
I'm
Oh, you
going
got-
without soy sauce. Did you do it with soy sauce?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be hardcore and do it without.
Pass that back down here because I'm gonna try one of each. The really hardcore one is in this other one here.
Right here.
Oh, wait, that's what? These aren't the hardcore ones?
No,
Man,
All right,
we're gonna try that one.
here we go.
who remembered this?
We're gonna try that one. And
Keegan
we're gonna
did.
try this one.
I hate
Are
you,
you gonna
Keegan.
video this?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, this is gonna be awful.
Nah, it won't be awful.
You ready? You ready, Bruce?
We're ready.
Are we zooming
All
in?
right.
Zooming in on their
Here we go.
faces. Is it crunchy?
Do we know which one that was?
The dragon roll, I think.
I don't know what it was, but that was definitely better than what I just had.
Was it?
Let's see here.
Yeah.
AJ, you want to pass that one down to me?
No.
So I'm thinking that first one that we had, this end here, that's the tiger.
I think
Then,
that's the
then it's the
dragon,
tempura.
Tempura.
Then it's the Cali Crunch
which makes sense. As
and the
avocado.
dragon roll.
Dragon roll.
Pretty sure that one's the
Yeah.
So this is the tiger one. The tiger one was good.
Yeah.
No.
So I'm going, I had the tempura. It was good. Crunchy.
Come on,
Okay.
Keegan.
I'm going Cali Crunch next.
Oh, so much better.
Yeah, that's good.
What's
I
this
don't know if
green-
it's the sauce
Yeah.
that was in it.
Yeah, that spicy sauce really kicks it off.
Now, I'm not going to eat the green one because is that avocado?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
There's avocado in pretty much all of them, though.
I'm not a big avocado fan.
So,
Now, did you try that? Is that the dragon one?
I don't know. It's all unhappy.
you don't like any of it?
No.
Really? So you're going to really have fun with this last one.
Wait, am I have to eat the last one? I ate all this. Jacob didn't. Make him eat the last one.
I'll eat the last one. I am going to eat this one, though. Because it's dragon. You put
I
that
liked
on
every
the
one of
stamp.
them.
Something cute.
Because this has some of the stuff that was on the other one on it, too.
Mm-hmm. So you guys got over your fear then, huh?
I don't think it was a fear. It was just the fact that I thought it was nasty.
It's actually pretty good. And this isn't even like top tier. This would be middle of the road.
Now, here's the thing.
This is where I get off the road.
That was good, too.
Yeah.
That's what you like the dragon one.
So this package is the hardcore one.
Looks like we have different things on there.
Yeah, it's a rainbow roll.
And you can take this and put it back on it.
If I can get it open. There we go. So I'm not sure what all this is,
This is rainbow, but I assume rainbow.
but I'm like
consists
100% sure this is tuna. Excuse me. So I'm going to go with that one
That's shrimp next to it.
because I'm a big fan.
You like shrimp, right?
I think this is probably salmon. That's shrimp.
I'm going to take the salmon one.
It says on here what this is here.
It's not happy is what it is.
So it's
I'm not going to read the warning.
Wait, I might be pregnant, so I should not eat this, right? I'm just kidding.
I don't know what that means.
If you're pregnant, you're not supposed to consume raw fish.
So we have 2 minutes,
I think you'd also like
2
the California
minutes?
roll.
and everybody's got to get down on this.
With that one, that.
We got to try this. This is like
So that.
just a raw hunk of fish on top of a little roll, and this is way more hardcore. This is almost sashimi.
We're going to go over a little bit on time. You okay with that? As we get the outro music. All right, guys. For those who don't know, I am not a fish fan. Haven't been. Not my thing, but I'm about to put raw fish into my mouth.
No. No?
No.
I think it's fantastic.
You can do it, man. I did it. Drink your tea. It makes it does make your tea taste better.
Well, it was good breaking some
Take the fish off the top.
raw fish
That's
for
California roll.
our 10th episode. 10th episode. 10th episode.